Thank you guys for returning to my channel. I'm Fine China Beauty, and we're going to jump right into this client tutorial. First, we're going to start out by cleaning, prepping, and priming the skin. I'm just using Neutrogena makeup wipes. And you want to make sure that you're really getting into those creases. Like, make sure that you're actually cleaning your client's face, even if it looks clean once they arrive. The next step in this, my client said that she wanted to give skin, but she also wanted to be matte in certain areas, mostly like her T-zone and her highlight area. So after we go on with this e.l.f. hydrating primer and we set that into her skin, the next product that I'm going to use is this Drunk Elephant Illuminator. It's one of my favorite products, especially if you live in a hot area and don't want too much product but still want to give a little bit of a shine. As you can see, this is going to create such a nice glow in her skin. This does work on fair skin just as well as it works on deep skin. And the foundations we're going to use today are Dose of Colors foundations. It's a color 134 and I think 142. And we're using this Mayron buffer just to push that into her skin. And now we're going to go in with this e.l.f. concealer and just put those in her areas. She has very nice skin and not too textured, so we're not going to go in with much product. So after we place that concealer, we're just going to give her a nice spray with the Urban Decay Temperature Control Set Spray. And then go in with this Real Techniques concealer brush and blend that all out. And I wanted her under eye to be very bright, so I am going to go in with two setting powders. One is Airspun, which I'm going to go in with the inner corners or the highest points of her face. And then Huda Beauty's Kunafa Baking Powder. Don't be afraid to use a white transparent powder on your deeper toned skin clients. Just use it sparingly and use it the correct way. So now we're going to be going in with this Black Opal in the color Mocha, the stick foundation, just to give her a nice contour. This color blended really well with the rest of her makeup. As you can see, I'm putting on the cream concealer, or the cream contour, even though she still has powder on, and that's because it's going to give more depth. It's going to give more of a contoured look. And now we're just going to finish our skin and start going in with some eyeshadow for blush, and we're using this Warrior 2 palette in that nice orange tone just to bring that fleshy look back into her skin so she doesn't look too powdery or anything like that. It's okay to take that blush under your eyes and throughout all of your skin. You just don't have to focus blush on your cheekbones. That was something I didn't necessarily know when I first started doing makeup, but it really is a good habit to get into. And here we're just going to choose lashes. My client, she was very lax on the lashes. She didn't want to go too dramatic. That's why we were laughing there. And I'm just using this e.l.f. in the color Espresso, the pomade, to do her brows after the face. And we're still sticking with that Warrior 2 palette, especially if your client wants a nice fresh face. You want to make sure your face tones stick with your eye tones. So we're just going in with a couple of colors. I just deepened in that crease and then added a brighter color to the front of the eye. And then we just lined and put on some lashes. And then we ended up switching lashes just because we knew that wasn't her style and that's not what we're going to go for. We're just going for a nice fresh lip, something that she'll be able to carry with her and reapply. She was going to a podcast event. And I think this was the perfect look. It was business casual. So this was a very nice look for that business casual event. And we're just going to set her face, again, with that Temperature Control Urban Decay. We're in Texas. It gets hot here, so try to keep all those things in mind. And I always try to make sure that my client is nice and set and dry before I add any pigments. I'm just going in with the J. LaRue White Diamond pigment on the lid, right in the front. Very, very light-handed with this, just to give a little bit of shimmer, not too much. And we're going in with Estee Lauder's pigment on the brow bone just to bring back in that bronze color, because we're not adding too much highlight to the cheeks or anything like that because we used our illuminator. And there's the final look.